And that's all I do. And trim up the side here on either side, so I've got a hole, I've got my hole there. Same here, cut, down, join up there. Pull that back. Then I hang it up. Then it's easy. It's out of the shit. You know, when you're hunting in the winter and all that sort of crap, and you're in the shit or whatever, you're in the bush somewhere, I like to hang an animal up. It's just cleaner, it's easier. Frank, I don't know. And run that all the way down through there. Still going, no problems there. Is that alright? Yeah, pretty good to that? You happy with it, you guys? Mm-hmm. Okay, now we've got it opened. I just cut up like this. Now, sometimes guys have a bit of a problem with the knuckle bone. Anybody had a problem with the knuckle bone? No.
Oh, it can be. This is one that can throw beginners.
Okay. Here we go. Here, come and have a look. Here,
it's a matter of just cutting the right place.
Yeah, okay. And it might not be the right place.
If you're not sure, you can bend it. Bend it and see whether.
And I just put a knife in there like that and pull it up like that. Okay, then we've got that. That's all I do, either side.
Can we just leave that attached like?
Yeah, no, don't touch it. No, it all stays there because I use that skin. I lay the skin out and put the gut in it. Fold and use these as tie it up. Then it's all, and you just pick it up. Yeah.
And you can use these things, but if you're proficient with a knife, like Richard is, you probably don't need one of these. These make life a little easier because all you've got to do is insert it. Yep. Insert it in there. But don't cut around when you use one of these. It's a matter of getting it under the skin, but if you cut around the leg, right round there, which some people do, then it puckers the skin and it doesn't start correctly.
That's why I just put a little dash in there and you've got a little cut about yay wide.
Yeah, and you can just
join up with that.
They call it a buck zipper. Oops. And you can just cut through like that. But with a knife and the right skills and keeping that angle of the blade right, you can just go just about the same thing. But if you're on the bone, not the joint, then
see that pulls off. Like yay, and we've cut up through there, so I'll just pull that back. How's that? Try to just same as the front. Yep. Okay. Just open it up with your fingers. Make sure you keep your bloody fingers away from that knife.
Yeah. Just be careful if someone is trying to help you as well. Sometimes people try to hold the leg for you. Just keep your face neck well back because of with a knife you could get it in the face or the wrist or
Whoops. See? You can not cock it up.
It's not cocked up for too long now.
Punch up either side there. And then you got, there it is there, okay? Is that 2 seconds?
He's done this before.
Get your knife up there and you're away. Okay? Is that easy or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, where you can punch the skin off rather than cut it off, it's much quicker and you've got no risk of damage. So get it started with your knife and then get your fist in there and just punch it off.
If you're in the brisket area, you can't contaminate your meat. So if you're cutting like I've done there, then you punch it. Your tummy starts here. Look, here it is there.
Yeah. The ribs go down to right down to there.
So this is why I find this just invaluable to have this here. I can do that. And I understand being in the bush, Frank, that you need to be on the ground and that sort of stuff.
What some hunters do is they will gut them where they shoot them, just gut them out, and then take the legs off like that at that joint because they're just dead weight and useless. Cut the head off, and then maybe carry it back to camp, hang it. If you're going to be there for a few days, carry a game bag of some sort. I can show you a very simple one that my wife made from just curtain fabric. Keep the flies off. flies will be there in an instant. The animal, you could take the back steaks up here, the hindquarters. Most of the meats, bulk of the meat's in the hindquarters. So if you wanted to take just the hindquarters and the back steaks, you can cut through here, both sides, through the spine, just bend it, break it, and then you've got the two hindquarters that you can carry on your shoulders quite comfortably.
What I do with this animal once I've hung it up, especially a boy buck, I grab hold of its gonads, I cut in here like this. There's this piddle sac, cut it off. Get hold of this, because in the raw, they're covered in shit and blood and guts all over the place. It's no blood.
That would be
Do this, look,
almost
you guys, do this all the way down here. Cut all that off, all the way down to his brisket, because it's normally covered in pizzle and shit. And you've cleared all that. Look at that. Easy? Bloody simple, isn't it? There you go. This is going to Frank. Okay, we've got a little bit of a punch in there and a little bit of punch in there. I'll show you what it is. Put the knife away for the moment. Pull that out, and you use your thumb like this bit here. So what you do, Frank?
Yes.
Push it. Same. Doesn't change in the 1,000 years.
Your fist for the sort of big stuff. If you've got difficult areas, or you just use your thumb like that.
And then there like this. Go up like that. Up to the top there.
This way you've got no risk of damaging anything, but you're just using your hands.
See how clean and tidy it is? Nice and clean and tidy. Do the same on the other side. I punch down just over the shoulder here, this bit here. Just punch there like that. Use your wrist. Don't need your knife at all on this, okay? Put your knife away. It'll take a bit of... Come and have a go, one of you guys. Come on, get over here and have a thumb. Who hasn't done it? Easy, isn't it? Yep. Just go up. Close your fist and go straight up. That's it. Okay, here.
If you do get pickup, you normally get it around the belly section, around here. If you do, just get your knife and just carefully carve it back a bit, and so it's freed up, and then keep going.
So just what I do is just go through here, like that, through that point, here, and then pull this off. You're talking about around the arse. You watch this. There you go. How's that? So what you do,
well, yeah, it's got the whole tail there. Quite often they break off partway down.
How's that? Clean and tidy, neat. That's what you all do, right? That's what you'll do from now on. It's easy, it's a piece of cake. Don't have to worry anything about this down here. Unless you're on the ground, Frank's quite correct. In the bush, this is what you do. But when you've got this, it's worth its weight in gold to have that. Seriously. So I just lay that down on the ground, and that's where my gut's going to go. And that, there.
Other thing,
Your hands, get wet hands, rub it down while it's in this condition. Just tidies it up. It's only, what, 2 minutes to do that?
if you have got water handy, and you've gutted it and you've got blood all over your hands, before you get into the meat, if you've got a little stream or something,
There's a little stream right here. Look.
Yeah.
Got a little stream.
It just helps to keep everything cleaner.
Yeah.
But don't, once you get into your meat, like if you got meat and it's dirty, you shouldn't wash it. It'll wash the meat once it's cut, into the body. Just leave it, and you've got to, scrape off what you can, and then you've just got to clean it up at home. But scrape it off. Don't wash it off or put it in water and wash it, because water's got bacteria in that, and it just start the decomposition process. With the neck, you've just got to be careful. Cut in through the flesh and then try and find the joint.
You cut in the crosshair, you watch this. You go in there and you just cut in through there, and you follow up that, because that's got a couple of ear legs on it, that one there. They're like ears, they sort of stick up in there. Now, is that easy or what? Just cut across at the end of the joint there. You put your knife in here, you cut that cord there.
There's a little cord in the middle.
This here, these ears, see these two ears? They fit in here. So you just go around.
It's a socket.
It's a socket, same. That's the first joint there, it's the only one joint there. Okay, you can see that?
Yeah.
just see the brain stem there. That goes straight up into the brain cavity in the skull.
Tongue, the guys who were here yesterday had tongue. And you poke your knife down there like that and cut up either side. Put your finger in there. There it is there, okay? See. So what I do at the front here, I run my knife through here like this and all this blood will come out. I'm hoping.
That's because of the bullet damage. There's a lot of blood in the chest cavity.
And run my knife up through here like this. And this little knife, will just do this.
Oh, I see. Through the cartilage. Cut the
Okay.
chest through the ribcage.
How's that? That's it, the little knife there. You don't need a bazooka. You just got to be careful when you get to here. You just do that. And as Frank's quite rightly said, you don't have your knife right on there, otherwise you're going to cut. Do the old. When you're shooting, try not to gut shoot them if you can, because generally you'll lose a fellow. It'll die 12 hours later. But this is the money shot up the front here. You see where I put that one through there, through the shoulder? Here it is there. So the bullet will be in there somewhere, Frank. But try and get it to the front if you can rather than here. This is the vitals shot through here, the heart and whatnot.
The best part of the eating meat, hindquarters, back steaks. The shoulder meat, neck meat is really for casseroles, mince, slow cooking.
I never have bone in my meat when I'm eating fellow. I just don't have it. Because all the goodness is in that meat, it's just absolutely lovely. So here we are, we've cut up to above the diaphragm. The diaphragm holds all the vitals in, and then from the diaphragm back to its arse is its gut, which is full of grass and stuff. So this is a no-no through here. From anywhere here, it's a no-no. Don't shoot an animal there. Is that helpful? Put your finger in there, and it goes through. You push it right through, and you'll see the gut will come out. I've pushed it through another skin in there. There's the outside skin, then there's another skin on the inside of that. You push your fingers, and you say, "Oh, that's hard." Keep pushing, and you'll come out the other side. 2 fingers in there, like Frank's told you already. Up there like this, and just do it in little pieces. Don't be smart, like me. Okay, do it in little pieces like this. Cut through here, because you want that pizzle out of it. See that there? There's the pizzle there. Cut through there like that, and look, that just folds out like that. Here's it. Put your hand up there. Oops, there's his ass. And just pull it down. I put my knife up in there like that. Cut that out. See that there? I'm just pulling that down. So as Frank said, you do a little bit of a cut round there. Like Jean Cole, folds out. Watching. Now, is this valuable or what? Is this easy or what? Come on, fellas. I want a yes.
Says when you're doing
Okay, here you go. Come and have a look. Come and have a look over here. Here's your diaphragm. There you go.
Lungs.
See where I shot it?
Yeah.
Lights.
Probably under the surface, under the far side.
And then what I do is cut down through there, and then across here. You chuck that if you're in the bush. So I just get the saw. Could someone pass me the saw, please?
You take the back stakes right to the top of the, to the base of the neck?
No, because it's just bloody. You can, but
Yeah.
I don't. If you're in the bush, yeah, I would. Yeah, I'd do that. But it's just there's a bit of meat there. Look,
Yeah.
you can just take that out if you want it. It's good neck meat through there, all the way up to there. But it's not back steak. Oops, you got dogs. So you cut down either side of there like that. And it runs up into here, runs up into this groin bit just here. So we just use the bone knife, when I get over there we'll do that. And up here is the same. And with the back steaks, we run our knife down here either side like that. And that folds out. Here it is there, so we'll get the knife on it, we'll get the boning knife onto that shortly as well. I'll try and do it standing up if I can, it might be a bit easier. Just come in through here like this and go up into there like that. There should just...
Do you get most people wanting you to do this for them, or?
Well, I just show them. I show them half, and then I said, go and do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy for me to do it, but it's you know, they really need to do it.
Yeah.
I'd much prefer guys to do it themselves.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I'm not hunting with them 24/7, and if they're out hunting somewhere, well, they need to be able to do it. And even if you do a goat or something like that, I mean, it's the
Good
same
practice,
procedure.
huh?
Yeah, and you can take home some good goat meat.
Do it that way or reverse completely upside down on the board, and it works the same.
Yeah.
But you need a nice flat,
Is it?
relatively long.
It's going to be trim forever.
Yeah, this is tough.
One bone. I can never have
Me too, little.
That's right.
too
It's
small.
like
It's
Emma, you can't have enough,
ridiculous.
Emma, you can't have enough knives.
It's the way better handle than. Did you see that when I brought it before? The small one?
Yeah, just cut through this
Way
side
better
here
handle, yeah.
and
The
then
other one's
lift it.
kind of uncomfortable. Yeah.
But don't pull it, just
The short
let the
handle,
knife
eh?
do the work.
Is yours a bit longer or
A
same?
little bit longer, but it's thinner. It's almost got a bump in the middle. It's not very.
You'll be able to get right up there. That's really
Same
good.
knife,
And just
though,
cut
I
this
think.
side here
Yeah,
up
somewhere in
against the
there.
bone there. That's good.
Good steel.
Just use these two holes, which you've already got. Find a knife if you can. And just make an extra incision in here behind the leg. In there, there's lots of sinews and muscle going up there, so just make a bit of a cut there. And there. And we put the belt through all four legs. Through there, through there. Through that cut. That cut. You'd normally have these cut right off at this stage if you were doing this, and then throw them away because no good. Just extra weight as well. Sorry, pick it up. Oh, I should. No, I have to do that. Put the wrong way around a bit.
Other side, I think.
Yeah. So pull that up approximately where you want it, and it depends on your size. Generally that to the front, so what I do is roll it over. Then you've got to kneel down or get it up on a log. Put that over your head.
Guts it.
Through there.
You don't do this with the guts in. Forget. It's going to be a bit heavier, wouldn't it?
A bit heavy, Frank. It's about 40 kgs.
And what I want is the other arm through the other leg there. It's going to be. And then just hold it up. Hold it for a moment.
Right.
Yeah, the guts out, the head's off.
Yeah.
You know, you lost 20 kgs of it.
Almost adjusted as
Half
well as
the
it
way,
could
so.
be, but what you try to do is keep these flat on your shoulders. The centre of gravity is low down here. Normally head's off. Head should be on the opposite side to where you carry your rifle. So I've got to ask about face. Pull your back, weight on your shoulders,
It's a bit
good
leaner
wide straps.
or flat.
Adjust that to suit. Keep this nice and long so you've got a bit of length to pull up.
Yeah.
But you get the idea.